Let's talk about the what happened at the convention and the next few coming states that are set to vote on the 10th and the 14th and the 17th of March. The 10th, the most important state is Michigan. Flat out, it's a huge swing state in a general election. So depending on which candidate, Bernie or Biden, does well there, will tell us a lot about what could happen in a general. And then the next big states, swing states, come around on the 17th. That would be Florida, Ohio, and Arizona. Now, those are three huge swing states in the general, and depending on which candidate does better there, which if it's Bernie or Biden, that will tell us a ton about how well they're going to do in the general election and who actually is the better person to go up against Trump, instead of just having all this conjecture about, oh, my candidate is better and your candidate can't win and blah blah blah. We're gonna know for sure after March 17th. Once Ohio, Arizona, Florida, and Michigan, once they vote, whoever is the winner of those states, especially if they win in a dramatic, fashion, in big fashion, that's it. Game's over right there. Um, it would actually be best for whichever candidate loses those four states to just call it quits. Because if they split them 2-2, then yeah, obviously we still got it going. If there's a 3-1 advantage, and that advantage in the three states that they won is a big advantage, just the other one should just pack it up. Uh, Cut your own ego, do what's best for the country, get out of the way, because the most important thing that needs to be done is defeating Donald Trump. That's number one. It's number one is beating Donald Trump. It's up here. And then number two is down here somewhere. It's everything else. One, beating Trump. Everything else. That's just how it is. For the sake of the democracy, for the sake of the country, it's clear as day. If we get to the convention and it's a contested convention, and let's say the worst case scenario for the country and for Democrats and for liberals, this is the worst case scenario, but it's the best case scenario for Donald Trump. The worst case scenario for us is if Bernie has a plurality of the delegates, but the convention, and it comes down to the super delegates, and they choose Bernie or Biden. I'm sorry, they choose Biden, because oh man, this will send millions of Bernie supporters, and rightfully so at that point, into just a rage, and many of them will not vote for Biden in the general. Some may even go vote for Trump out of spite and retribution. And you may even see riots at the convention, which I think hasn't happened since like '68 or something. It'll be a disaster. And then from all that negative press and negativity at the convention, Trump will use that as just it's so much ammunition for him to go at the Democrats and to say things that they rigged it against Bernie and he never had a shot and it was undemocratic. Because then at that point, it will actually resonate with a lot of people who are logical on this scenario and will be like, yeah, man, it doesn't look right. That wasn't right. Worst case scenario for the Democrats. So, I mean, even if it's close, even if Biden has a plurality and it's close, it'll be terrible. So the best case scenario for us would be if either Bernie wins outright, he gets a majority, he gets 1991, he gets a majority, and that's it. Biden gets a majority, or Biden has a great deal of plurality over Bernie, and it's clear that the delegates are doing the democratic right thing in choosing Biden. and no one can really cry and complain. I mean, I'm sure people still will cry and complain, but it really has no bite behind that bark. So it'll it'll all be ironed out, and we'll know for sure after March 17th, after these swing states vote, unless, again, like I said, there's some sort of 2-for-2 tie or something like that, which I don't see. I don't see happening. I don't see Bernie winning Florida, not at all. I don't see Bernie winning Michigan, not at all. He's got a shot to win Arizona, and then Ohio. Ohio's close, but I think it would go. I think it would go Biden based on the demographics and how they voted on Super Tuesday and up till now, in terms of the black vote, the Latino vote, the younger vote. It's just based on the data we have currently. That's how I see it playing out through March 17th.